Hey everybody, welcome back to the Perfect Portfolio. And we have one of our incredible students, and we were just coaching him on how to become financial independent. And he actually said, "Hey, can I do that testimonial now?" So here we are. We're on Zoom, and Brian, just tell us a little bit about yourself. We have so many students of every different background. Just tell us a little about yourself. Where were you born? You grew up, and what happened next? All right.
Okay, born and raised in the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area. I work for a civil construction company doing estimating with all the growth we have in the Myrtle Beach area. Just living my best life, trying to get to retirement.
Awesome, awesome. Sounds like you enjoy your work, right? It sounds like you're not hating on your work. You're just doing something that you kind of enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy my work. Sometimes it's a little stressful, and it's the hours are probably the most difficult thing. Trying to figure out, maybe how I can get a little bit more time.
I got you. I got you. So cool. So let me ask you this. I grew up around no financial education. We didn't know anything about money. Did you grow up around financial education? Did people talk about investing in the home, or what is your journey towards, learning finances?
No, around my home, it was save money, be very frugal with money. Nobody knew what the stock market was, or you
Okay.
know that wasn't something that was talked about around the dinner table.
Okay. So really, you would say like kind of no financial education wasn't really something you talked about.
No, no.
Okay, good. Well, good. So obviously, at some point you said I need to get financially literate. Before you came across the perfect portfolio, what have you been doing to raise your financial IQ?
I had, years ago, I had uh, read some of the Rich Dad Poor Dad books, and I understood the concept, but I'd never really put it into action. I'd bought some mutual funds and some odd stuff like that, but nothing that it wasn't like I had spoken with anybody like a financial advisor or anything to get educated. Just odd stuff you watch on YouTube and that type of thing.
Right. Okay. Good. Yeah. So you're kind of okay. Good. And then had you just been like, what? You just opened up a brokerage account and just started buying random stuff? Or you watching YouTube videos? Or what were you doing when you started?
When I started was, well, I guess when I really started was probably right before 2000, when you could actually get online and open a brokerage account. You opened up a graph, and man, John Deere or
Yeah.
Caterpillar, or if I'd invested here, or Microsoft,
Yep.
that was the first real exposure to, no education at all, other than this graph says I could do good if I press this button here.
Yeah, got you. Very cool, very cool. We'll get and so what was your journey to finding the perfect portfolio? Was it reading books? Was it a YouTube? Was it Instagram? How did you find us?
Um, Somewhere in my looking through YouTube, I came across something. I think it's called like the fire movement.
Oh,
You're
fire. Yeah.
probably familiar with that in some way. From clicking buttons, I end up over and I see the perfect portfolio. So I just started watching.
Cool. And for other people who don't know what the FIRE movement, FIRE is financial independence, retire early, and it's just about focusing on investing. But they have a very different philosophy. They don't really do a lot of the things that we do. So, but anyways, I love the idea of financial independence, retire early. So what strategies in the course do you feel have had the greatest impact on your financial future?
Um, I would say number one is just continuing to learn. Uh,
Okay.
you know, you you start out. Sometimes it seems like you're trying to drink through a fire hydrant
Yeah.
with everything you're exposed to. Um, but the concept of being able to set money aside and to get it to grow and have dividends come in, and from an income standpoint, and then also what you can do with real estate and be able to control taxes, that was a very eye-opening experience. It's not just what you make, but what you get to keep, ultimately about the net at the end of the day.
Right, exactly. So when you came in, how would you say how would you rate yourself on understanding of taxes from 0 to 10? And where would you say that is? Do you feel you have a path to making lots of money and paying no taxes?
I would say coming in, maybe a 2 or a 3 out of 10. You know,
Okay.
taxes were something that you did when April rolled around,
Yeah.
was my view on taxes.
Yeah.
I knew there were some vehicles out there, but I was not educated in how to take advantage of.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. Any personal stories on like how some strategy or something that came in that ch kind of changed your financial outlook? Any personal stories there? Like pressing the borrow button, right? Where we teach buy, borrow, die.
Mm.
What did that look like the first time you actually borrowed money, and invested it and didn't pay taxes on that money?
Yeah. That was, as most people would probably do, that was okay. Let's hit the button and let's put $50 in.
Right.
And getting comfortable with that and seeing, what happens. And then, go from that till probably a month later today, we hit the button and put $8,000 in. So, I guess you would say we've gotten a little bit more comfortable with borrow button and what it can do.
Awesome. And then of course you didn't have to work for that 8,000, right? You didn't work for it. You didn't pay taxes on it, right? And then you fought inflation with inflation because inflation's creation money. You created $8,000 just before this call. So obviously you must have had some sort of expectation or concern on when you can retire in the future. What was that? Did you have a definite age of when you can retire when you came in the course? And how has that changed? And the outlook of it.
When I first came in the course, um, I had been putting some money aside, but I was really looking at the way inflation was and what my expectations of Social Security. Um, to some degree, I was wondering if I would have to work till I die. Uh,
Wow. Okay.
and now, we were talking today, and depending upon what I want to do, probably within the next year or so, if I wanted to retire, I could.
Yeah. And do you plan to retire or just keep working, or do you plan to work doing something else?
Um, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do there. I've got some things in mind.
Yeah.
Like I say, I like what I do, but it sure would be nice to not have to if things were to change at my workplace.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, good. The big question, how do you see your life changing in the next 12 to 24 months because of what you learned in the course?
Probably the next thing that I'm going to get to out of what I've learned in the course is getting into the real estate side.
Okay.
Have pretty much, got some things set up with an IUL, so I feel confident on where I'm standing with that.
Yep.
I've set up an M1 account.
Yep.
I'm confident in what that is. I've set up the Robinhood account,
Yep.
so things are moving forward with that. So um, seems to me that the real estate will probably be the next thing that I get into, particularly for the tax advantages.
Okay. People make money usually because they want freedom or they're pursuing a purpose or something like that. Any big picture things you want to change? Let's give it any 2 to 3 years. How would your life change? Like what specific passions, there are passions you would pursue? Is there things you would do, churches, charities, anything like that you would want to make an impact with?
I would give more to charity. Also, the other thing I've looked at that I came from a farming background,
Yeah.
to get back to my roots a little bit,
Wait.
but in a sustainable fashion.
Okay.
That wasn't something that we did on the farm when I was coming up, but it's something that I've come to be more knowledgeable about, and I would like to do that and impact people with healthy food.
Healthy food. Man, you'll be popular with RFK right now, huh? Make
That,
America healthy again. So
that's
love
right.
that. Love that. So anyways, like I said, we want you to have purpose in your life. And when you're financial independent, you'll find out there's a lot of cool things you can do when you get there. So I honestly think you'll be financially independent in a year. Now, if you want to keep working, you can obviously jam all your money that you don't need in your investment account, and maybe wait another year. But it's great to hear that you thought you were going to work until you die, and now you're like pretty comfortable financial independence after 1 year of joining the Perfect Portfolio. So great to have you on the course, and I'm looking forward to seeing you maybe when you're financial when you're financially independent. We could do another interview. That'd be a lot of fun.
That sounds great. Let's
All right,
book it.
man. All right, great. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Thank
Talk
you.
soon.